Americans are facing 4 retirement ticking time bombs. How can the new reverse mortgage help? Hi, this is Don Grace. Today's analysis about the ticking time bombs will be done by my good friend Shannon Hicks from HECM World. We're going to explore some things and really see how this newly restructured reverse mortgage can help.
Welcome back to the Industry Leader Update. Older Americans are facing significant challenges in navigating today's most uncertain economy. But more specifically, they may be at risk to one or more of these retirement time bombs, each which may, under the right circumstances, even be mitigated or possibly eliminated by simply tapping into one's housing wealth with a reverse mortgage. We'll get into that in a moment. But the first retirement time bomb, which is rarely discussed, is the risk that is posed to public pension plans from private equity losses. The Guardian reports that public officials across the nation are now investing more of their workers' retirement savings into private equity firms. In a January PitchBook article, and that's a news outlet for the private equity industry, it said that private equity returns are now posing a major threat to pension funds' ability to pay their retirees their promised benefits. Then there's the nonprofit Equitable Institute, and they work with public retirement system stakeholders. They warn that the funded ratio for pensions has dropped from 83.9% in 2021 to 77% in 2022. That number is expected to decline further. The funded ratio, by the way, is the percentage of a pension fund's assets versus the outstanding current and future obligations to pension holders. Then there's property taxes. We may have relief because of falling home values, but here's a question. Why in the world would anyone regret the post-pandemic run-up of their home value? Well, because one of the unpleasant side effects of inflation is surging property taxes. That thanks to inflated home values. Now, in February, the National Association of Realtors reported that home prices have skyrocketed 42% in just the last 3 years. Consequently, property taxes are surging in numerous counties across America. LendingTree data reveals that from 2019 to 2021, homeowners in Seattle saw their median property tax increase by 13%. And homeowners in San Jose, they're feeling the pain as well, with a median property tax bill increasing 14% during that same time period. Ella Thomas, and she's an executive director of a Cleveland community center, she says that many of the senior homeowners they work with are now falling behind on their property taxes and are even struggling just to keep their home. As a result, we're seeing many municipalities proposing varying forms of property tax relief for the older homeowner, and they span from freezing their tax rate, deferrals of payment, or even reductions. But when none of those options are feasible, what is an older homeowner to do? And then the next time bomb is falling home values. Now, while higher home values we know spike property taxes, they have also given older homeowners a golden opportunity to extract some of their home's accumulated value by means of various home equity loans. Whether it was a HELOC, a traditional cash-out refinance, a first-time reverse mortgage, or even a HECM to HECM refinance, although there are a few, many retirees or those approaching their non-working years found that their home was a welcome source of cash. However, some spendthrift homeowners, they exhausted all of their available loan proceeds and they gave no thought whatsoever to future payment obligations or the potential payment shock that is built into a HELOC when it enters the repayment period. The more tragic and preventable risk actually lies with those homeowners that are still sitting on a mountain of equity that could either help them increase their retirement portfolio's sustainable withdrawals by taking less out of that portfolio, or even serve as a means of easing cash flow pressures. The adage, prepare your umbrella before it rains, does come to mind. Now today, reverse mortgage professionals are finding themselves attempting to sell that umbrella amid generally fair weather today. That's right now. But make no mistake about it, that weather is about to change and that umbrella may no longer be available to the older homeowner. And then the fourth retirement time bomb, it needs no introduction: inflation. Not since the early 1980s have retirees seen such a significant erosion of their purchasing power. With nearly everything we use costing significantly more than it did just 2 years ago, older Americans now find themselves particularly vulnerable to a diminished quality of life unless new sources of cash flow can be found. Solutions range from moderate to dramatic changes in one's lifestyles or spending habits, or tapping into other assets to generate the needed cash flow, or even returning to work, what we call the boomerang employee.
So those were the 4 time bombs. The pension fund, home prices falling, taxation, and inflation. And we've seen how the newly restructured reverse mortgage can help. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.